Hey guys, hope you're doing good. Today's Friday, 5:20 something p.m. And just got off of my last call for today. That person became a customer, so welcome if you're watching this video. I'm really excited. But I just wanted to make this video and talk about consistency, okay? Because I see so many people come and go in this online space that it's actually crazy, right? And the truth is, these people come and go not because they lack the skill set, not because they lack the right business model, but because they're so obsessed with everybody else, right? So, because for me, and to be honest, in the past 10 months, 12 months, I've probably switched business models twice. Last year, I quit my job. I was running an advertising agency, or I wanted to run an advertising agency. I signed a few customers for that ads agency, but I ended up ditching that model, starting an appointment setting agency. Scaled it to like 300K, 400K a year annual run rate. And I ditched that model, right? And then I started this Done With You model, right? But I didn't do these pivots because I was looking at someone else win and I was like, oh, I think I should do this because he's doing this. No, I did it off of facts and logic, right? I stopped the ads agency because my customers didn't have a budget for ads, right? I was forced to become good with outbound prospecting to serve these people that I had sold onto a service, right? And then I got so good with outbound that I was like, wow, what if I solved other agencies' appointment setting issues? Because I really got really good and I had virtual assistants, right? Multiple of them. I was like, yo, I know how painful it was to run an online business and not be able to know how to generate meetings with, business owners who actually want my services. And even when I knew how to do it, I wasn't disciplined enough to do it myself, right? So I was like, wow, I figured out a mechanism to actually not only have to know the right channels and the right process to book meetings, but I also know how to train and onboard at scale virtual assistants. Now we actually have a community of like almost 100 of them that we place for our customers. But, that first pivot was because I analyzed, right? And actually, one of the tactics that I used to do is I used to get on calls with people who are actually running appointment setting models, right? And not necessarily because I wanted to be like put my luck on like I didn't want to be like, oh, if they're winning then I can win. No, I wanted to actually know how they're running their back end, right? How they're pricing everything. So I got even insights from people who are already winning in the space, right? And then I ended up pivoting to this Done With You model because over time I just learned a lot of stuff, and it was impossible for me to be able to share all this stuff without building this model that I have, which is a leveraged model, right? But what ends up happening with most people in this online space is that they get Iman publishing, hey, start your agency. So they buy his course. And then they'll probably see Kai back saying, hey, this is a new course, buy it. And then they'll buy it, right? And then they'll see Nick Cosman sell become a leverage growth consultant, and then they'll buy it. And then they'll see somebody else sell some other stuff, maybe Sam Ovens, and then they'll buy it, right? But the issue with that is that you end up being never focused, right? You end up not being stuck on the same mission for enough time for you to become the great one in the space, right? So guess what? You never end up achieving greatness, and you never end up being known because you've not been consistently showing up. You've not been consistent with the message. Sometimes you're selling services for your agency. Sometimes you're selling a coaching program. Sometimes you're selling a coaching program, and then sometimes you're selling a software. Sometimes you're selling a software. Sometimes you're selling virtual assistants. Like, it doesn't make sense. How do you expect people to trust you if you yourself don't even trust you enough to stick to one thing? Right? So if you're going to trust me, well, you need to be able to see me from Monday to Friday, from Monday to Sunday, for a whole year, coming up every single day on your stories telling you the same message, right? Because if you see me being so consistent, you're going to be like, wow, there's probably something to his message that is powerful if this guy is willing to, to become an evangelist for so long, right? And that's how you become an amazing entrepreneur. Becoming an amazing entrepreneur, you don't need to know you don't need to know how to code the whole world. Just have the right insights, live in the future. Don't just sell things that people need today. Experience so much, right? And I'm not saying like don't buy courses, right? Buy courses to know, what's working for everybody else. But what you need to do is you need to use your current inputs that you're getting to be able to create your own reality, right? And the reality that you end up creating, and by reality, I just mean like the perspective and the point of view that you end up creating, it needs to be something greater than what the market is used to right now, right? Because that's how you create a gap, right? So with the $500,000 program, I'm not just helping people scale their businesses. I'm actually taking them from here, their current state, to a future state. It's not even a desired state, because when you join the program, I don't actually just show you how to scale your business. I show you a new future that you've never actually thought of. And that's why the $500,000 program is so powerful, right? But this video is not really about the program. This video is about consistency. I want to tell you that if you're not consistent with the same message, with the same offer, you might change the sales argument, you might change the headline, but stick to the same offer, sell to the same people for a long while. At some point, people will just come to you to give you money, right? You won't even need to sell, right? And that's how you become great. You become great by being consistent. Pick one thing and just stick to it. I promise you that you will win, right? The longer you stick in it, the harder it gets. But the good thing is that the harder it gets, the harder it is for others to get in the same ocean as you, because they will drown, right? They will drown consistently. But if you only just jump in other people's ocean, right? Let's say you come and compete with me. Well, okay, welcome. Try selling to agency owners who are broke. You're not going to make any money, right? But I'm still able to make some kind of money, right? Not because I'm some special, but because, I've been able to build my own lane. So if you're going to jump in someone else's game, you better be ready to stick to it. Don't be the kind of person to just switch lanes to have an ad and then all of a sudden you're selling YouTube ads, all of a sudden you're selling this. No. Be consistent, right? And this is consistency in life. It's not even about business. If you're the kind of friend that only shows up when you need something, right? Like, oh, yo, let's do this. Oh, yo, let's hang out. Oh, are you renting that nice car? Oh, are you, can I pull up this and that? Only when you need it, when you need interest for your own, for your own self, then people will see through the bullshit, right? And they won't trust you. If you're the kind of partner who only, let's say, and this is really like, I'm going to go off topic right now. This is not even about business, but relationships, right? You have people who only want to use you, right? And me as a guy, I probably noticed this. Sometimes I only want to talk to girls when, let's say, I want to have sex. But that shouldn't be the case. I want to be there when I don't want sex from you, right? I want to be in your DM so that you see that I'm consistent even when I'm not necessarily in it for my own interest. I'm in it because I think you're a cool person, right? And that's how you guys should show up in life. Stop just showing up for when you have your own interest. Be consistent, because if you're consistent, people will back you every single day. All right? It is as important. It is as important as in business, as in personal life, but also the relationship between you and yourself. Because you can't lie to yourself. You know when you're being a little bitch. Okay? Sorry for cursing, but this is my page, so I'll say what I want to say. Okay? And this is serious, guys. Like, if I'm not being honest with myself, I will know it. And there will be lack of confidence, right? I can't show up on this video and propagate it to hundreds of people, maybe thousands, right? And, just say stuff that I don't believe in. I can't. I wouldn't have the balls to do it, right? But since I know why it's so important to actually be consistent, every time that I wake up, I'm like, hey, let's get after it, right? I claim that I want to make $250,000 per month, so I block out all the noise, right? I can't be wanting to scale a business to multiple 7 figures and on a Friday night be drinking, or during the week be drinking, or be just spending time doing stuff that isn't helpful, right? I gotta be honest and I gotta be consistent with the message that I'm putting out there, right? You guys may probably see people who are just showcasing, hey, this is what I do, this is who I am online. But if you actually get close to them, they're not the same people, right? That's not how you should behave in life. You should be consistent. Whether you have webcams on you and you're making a video on Loom, or when there are no cameras and you're just you yourself in your place and you're just becoming better, right? Because at some point you do that consistently and you create a belief that is just so effing grounded that like not even the worst scenario in life could disturb you from what you're trying to achieve. So I don't want to make this video too long, but all I want to say is be consistent and I promise you the world is yours, right? Whether that be the money. Money is the easiest thing. Money is like the lowest hanging fruit when it comes to being consistent. Once you're consistent with business, you'll get the money, right? Once you're consistent with people, people will trust you. And if people trust you, they will want to help you achieve your goals. So now you can scale, because now it's not just about your willpower. It's about, do people trust you enough to dedicate their whole life to your mission? If you can achieve this, wow, you become a dangerous person. The third thing is the relationship between you and you. If you become so consistent with yourself long enough, you'll have it's something that is even greater than all the success. You'll be content with who you are and you will feel proud of yourself. And if you feel good about yourself, if you feel proud about yourself, what else is there to chase, right? We chase all these external stuff because sometimes we don't feel like we're complete, right? But once you're complete and you can just stand here and just feel like, yo, I am who I say I am, you don't need much stuff, right? I personally believe that if I didn't have the confidence that I have in myself, I would probably be driving really nice cars, be living in a better place where I'm spending probably like 10 G's a month just to show you guys that I have it. But I don't necessarily need to show it because, I have something greater than just having it. I am it. Okay. So, my goal with this video is to just show you that like, you don't need much, just be consistent, right? And everything will just fall in line. Okay. Appreciate you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful weekend.